afternoon, family and friends, brothers and sisters, and all my saints and subs. Sergeant OCD here again. I'm back. So, last week I talked about my OCD life, and I put together a 1936 web belt, and the only thing that was authentic on it was a 1918 mag holder for a 1911 and the belt itself. The rest of the stuff I put on there is all reproduction. It's the difference from spending $100 up to then spending $1,000 for authentic stuff. Eventually I may go ahead and replace a lot of the things because I was hoping my Glock mags would fit in the 1911 pouch, and they don't. So, the only reason I started to do that belt is because, one, I wanted to know what the little dangly thing was, found out it was a first aid kit. And two, this holster right here, I thought was tan. So, silly me. Anyway, So I built that, and it works. It's functional. Probably got over 200 rounds with it in each mag, or not in each mag, 17 round mags, because I have 7 of those, and then these are all practice mags, not even my carry mags, and then 3 10-round mags that came with it because I live in Maryland. Anyway, I wanted to explain this 1961 gear a little bit more, or 60s gear I should say, because the canteen that came with it was 1954, I believe, but we're going to get into that. Anyway, I do want to tell you my verse of the week, Ephesians 5:25. For husbands, this means love your wives as Christ loved the church. He gave up his life for her. So, guys, we're supposed to love our wives. There's love languages, and there's a book called 5 Love Languages. Even if you don't get along with her, even if she nags you, whatever the situation, you're still supposed to show love to her. Going a little bit further, you're supposed to show love to everyone. So it's just something we're called to do. And if you don't do what the Bible says, it's sin. Let's go into Revelation 7. I stopped at 4 because it goes through all the numbers of tribes. And I'm just going to say, okay, out of the 144,000, there's 12,000 each, there's 10 tribes. 12 times 12 is 144. Anyway, and I heard how many were marked with the seal of God. 144,000 were sealed from all the tribes of Israel. Judah, Reuben, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Manasseh, Simeon, Levi, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. We're going to continue on 9. After this, I saw a vast crowd. 9. Oh, because they were all verses. Duh. After this, I saw the vast crowd, too great to count, from every nation and every tribe, people and language, standing in front of the throne before the Lamb. They were clothed in white robes and held palm branches in their hands, and were shouting with a great war. Salvation comes from our God who sits on the throne and from the Lamb. Now this is in heaven. They're shouting this. And then all the angels were standing around the throne and around the elders and the 4 living beings, and they fell before the throne with their faces to the ground and worshiped God. They sang, Amen. Sang. So again, singing in heaven. Blessing and glory and the wisdom and thanksgiving and honor and power and strength belong to our God forever and ever. Amen. I'm going to end it there. it's going to be a scene in heaven. And you, from Revelation 6, I'm pretty sure you don't want to be there. Anyway, so last week I was talking about this belt. It's actually from 1961. My father wore it in Vietnam. He actually wore this in Vietnam. I stopped when I didn't have this H harness and debated whether to take this 1961 butt pack off my LBE. Technically it's a MLCE, because I wore this with my LBE the whole time I was in the military. Not every command, but most commands. Anyway, and then I put the nylon on here. Now, they were phasing in nylon during that time, so this, you could call this 2-period, but I'm not making this to be 2-period. I don't really care. Reenactors may, but I don't know of anybody reenacting Vietnam or Desert Storm. So let me tell you. Let's see. Let's go to my 61 LCE. So the belt itself is 1961. That's when they still had the little snap here for the 1918, 1911 mag pouch, double mag pouch. So this is what was on it. The cover itself is marked 1959 back here. The canteen cup, and get it out. These things are such a pain to get out. They had it in there. I don't want to spend this whole video trying to get this thing out. One thing about these, and I'm not sure it's not, but a lot of these handles came in brass. It's definitely not aluminum. Anyway, this one's marked, where is it marked? I saw it before. Thought it was right here. It's got to be on the bottom. Yeah, the markings are so hard to see. Maybe it's on the side. Oh, it's on the handle itself. So, yeah, it's right here. Still hard to see. Let's get my new flashlight. SMCO, US SMCO 1945. So he got this issued in Vietnam. Well, but probably before that. But so it's 1945. I think it's very, very odd. So they were manufacturing these during World War II. Hence the reason, yesterday you saw the canteen cup. And then the canteen itself is 1943, and that is marked down here, US, I think it's AGMCO, 1943. Yeah, I'm not going to use this. This canvas, when it gets wet, is very heavy, and sometimes I am out in the rain. And this never bothered me being heavy because I have the nylon canteens, or canteen covers. And these have pockets in it, like this one. What you want to have is some water purification. And then the other one, you can put whatever you want in there. I was going to put in, I think, one of the fire starting bricks. But yeah, so I did go ahead and put it on, but I don't really, not really going to have ammo. This is stuff I can take on and off. So I got my 43X in here, my Glock 43X in here. It fits pretty well. I didn't think I could buckle it, but as long as you snap it right. So I tightened it up, and I found a way to adjust this, and then it's a leg harness. One of the things I wanted to have with this set, because I'm always going into places that I probably shouldn't, is this is a Gerber machete. It's very sharp. I could use it for a saw. So when I get stuck in sticker bushes, I have the machete on my side. And I did put this on, and it does kind of fit pretty well. And then I have these pouches on each side in place of mag pouches. Now, what I keep in here on this one, this patch tells me that it's, you know, my flashlight, my multi-tool, any little tool that you're going to need, any little thing that's not a fire kit. Because on this side, let's kind of rotate this. So basically I have, you know, I might have some, you know, what's the word for these? Emergency blankets. Yeah, I got an emergency blanket in there. I'll have probably extra stuff like for first aid in here, but I haven't filled these back up. I used to use them. There's nothing wrong with them, but I stopped using them. Like, yeah, I have reflective cordage in this one, and I bought new reflective cordage. I have a just a regular cobalt knife, but it's got a saw on it, so you should always have like a little saw. Whatever you want to put in there, you know. I'm not going to tell you what to put in your bag. Now, what I added, I got these pouches, and oddly enough, they came with a military sticker or a military tag, so pretty sure that they're authentic. And they also have it in here, first aid kit. Now it says 07, so they may still be using these, but this was my dad's compass in Vietnam, so I thought it appropriate to carry it. I will carry an extra compass probably in my butt pack, just because, you know, I don't know how accurate that is. And then in here I'd have a fire kit. Now, going with the ACU pattern that was not part of Vietnam, I basically threw all my extra gear on here, so I could keep everything here and keep my pack light. I do have a dual mag in case I need to have. I do carry this out in the woods, so a dual mag is not a big problem. I don't know what I'm going to run into. And then, you know, getting into the rest of this is we're back to the butt pack. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to put, the main reasons I wanted to put this on is this is my smallest pair of binoculars I have. So I have other things in here, like the Israeli bandages. I bought a bunch of those. I've got some food in there, some cordage. But most of my first aid kit, I do have another knife that I use quite frequently out when I'm hiking. So the idea is to have everything like this on here. And then I tried with this, and I'll show you it, but these clips were actually for a haversack. So I may have to buy another haversack, because that would give me enough room to carry everything. Anyway, not a haversack, a messenger bag. The haversack is just really weird, but it had these clips on here to hook up a messenger bag or a haversack. Very interesting. Now the other thing I added, I put his old flashlight on there, no batteries, is, like I said, I got 4 of these. So one was always for first aid and one was for your compass. And most people, we were not regulated on where we put things, so it was just smart to put the canteens, so you know they're like right back here and you can still reach them. You can still reach into your butt pack. I was gonna put my bayonet on here, because it would, I could lace it up, but the bayonet's going over here because this is my hiking stuff. I hate to see something just sit somewhere and not be used. You know, the gear, the belt, you know, I'll be happy to hike with it. And then obviously I do have my compass tethered. That may be a problem, maybe not, I don't know. But I like to keep my compass like either on the left or right. And since actually it's over the snap, yeah. So later on they changed this to over on the left side, the snap to be on the left side. Anyway, that's my dad's harness, or his, what they called back then is LCE gear, load carrying equipment. It's very light. I don't have water in these canteens, but it is very, very light. And that's probably how light my other one was before I put all that weight on there. So I am going to stick this somewhere and restart. So this is my battle loadout. Circa 1971. The harness is an LC1. The belt is from 1973-ish. I know it's not 81 or 82 because of the clasp. It's got the double adjusters. I've had this belt, you know, my whole career in the military, so I did buy these off the shelf. They were new. Surplus. They're stock listed. They have national stock numbers. Let's see if there's a year on there. Never really checked these. It says lot 28, so whatever lot 28 is. But it's got a national stock number from Unicor. So, grenade pouches. We never used them because we didn't throw grenades. Now I got this big monster on here. Check her out. So, one of the things that I've noticed since I've been going out into the field and doing survival is I always need a knife and I always need an axe. So this thing's seen some wear. It keeps a edge on it very well. It's a very, very dangerous weapon. So if I have to go close combat, hand to hand, I'm sorry about the other guy. Standard canteen, like I've got 2 of the water purification, one actually to take the water make the water taste better. So where my butt pack was, I got my case for my shovel, and I have a Rhino shovel that I'll put in here, but I was hoping it would fit because, you know, right next to my O-Snap magazines, these are the extra 4 that I have, so I have 10 rounds on this belt. Why do I need 10 rounds? Because it's my business. The other thing I have on here on the left side would be my bayonet. Now I was thinking about putting an M6 on here or an M7 on here. I may do that because I like using this out when I'm out in the field. I'm obviously not going to have that. I could take it off. The only other thing I added is, like I said, I got 4 of these compass / first aid cases. I added the case and put my compass in there. It's not the one I had in the military for obvious reasons. Then you go up the LBE, got a tourniquet, and then I put these clasps on here so I can hook this to kind of like the messenger bag on the other one. I don't know how it's going to work. And then I have 2 tricore bandages in here going down, and then I have a radio so I can hear basically police frequencies and things like that. It's a scanner, basically. It only doesn't communicate, it just receives. So that's it. But this is, you know, circa 1971. I got it issued to me around 88, I think, 86, 88. And they issued me different gear, and I always kept with this one. I mean, I did get an 82 belt with a plastic clasp. Luckily, I never got that Davis one. But you should always have your gear ready to go. You should know where it is, and you should practice with it. You know, I like practicing with harnesses because that weight plus your pack is what you're going to have to carry in case, you know, you have to leave. I watched a video today, and the guy was kind of irritating me because he was talking about bugging out, bugging in. These, everybody does. Most people don't know how to do this and that, and he's right. But he seemed kind of smug. But I turned it off, and I'm like, yeah, I'll watch the rest of it. But you should know how your gear fits on you, because having this gear is one thing, but if you don't actually go out and practice it, that's why I like to carry around 30 to 50 pounds. Now, since the beginning of the year when I had my little issue, I've been trying to limit my packs to 20 pounds, which brings up this guy. So I needed a place for my poncho, and I realized I didn't have some other things. I mean, the only thing I had in that butt pack was a first aid kit and a fire starting kit, plus, you know, one meal, and I didn't even have my whoopee. So I got my whoopee in here. I didn't have anything for first aid. This is kind of cool because you got little pockets for quick access items like my fire kit, which is dirty, but it's functional. I do have a stone in there, so in case I run out of everything else and I have char material, I've got flint and steel in here. I keep a pencil sharpener in here, throwing my stuff on the ground, and steel wool, couple pencil sharpeners, just to kind of get some fine stuff from twigs, and of course a Fresno lens. These are all the things I've actually used and been able to start a fire with, so I'm happy with that. Then I got some cordage, headlights, headlight, flashlight, different cords, because I always carry a charger with me, a battery pack, and this will solely charge. So as long as the sun's out, I'll be in business. So I mean, those are things, whatever you want to throw in these, but this pack is very light. I could hook it on there. I want to see how it's going to work. I may just wear it, you know, because there's a lot of people that complain about, oh, you got this on here, and how do you get your pack over it? Well, I put my strap right over it, and it kind of keeps it in check. And I could probably clamp it in or carabiner it in if I wanted to. But anyway, that's last resort if I have to get out of here and go, because that's all I have. So I have to find my own water, find my own food. It's best not to be alone, really. You know, you find somebody that knows how to do all this, a bunch of people together. You know, you need a medic, you need someone that's real good with arms. Everybody should be, but someone that knows how to find food, forage, someone knows how to trap, somebody who knows how to do everything that the whole group would need to survive, in case the stuff hits the fan. Now, you know, what are we going to have? You know, I base a lot of this stuff on Civil War now, just in case I have to defend my home, defend whatever cause. But the government's better now, so the stuff will go in my office, ready to go. Anyway, I just wanted to go over the LCE and the MLCE, LCE and the MLCE, and recommission the belts into what's going to work for you nowadays. Because obviously, if I would put this with Vietnam gear and it would be all canvas, and as soon as I go out into the woods, it's going to get soaked. It's not really effective for me. But the way I have them set up, it's extremely effective. And this thing I've worn so many times. Now, I added 4 mags to it and a shovel. So is it going to affect me that much? Probably not. But anyway, guys, you take care. Treat everybody with loving kindness. God bless you. Stock up on everything: food, water, gasoline, ammo. Always buy ammo. Always carry, because this is a crazy world. God bless you. Take care, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.